Hi there, this is David, and today we're going to be looking at some Final Fantasy IV hacks. I'm a big fan of the translation and hacking scene, and the translations allow us to play unknown titles in our native languages, and the hacks breathe new life into old classics. All of the hacks that I'm going to be going over today are found on romhacking.net, and a link for the website will be in the video description. For popular games such as this, there are normally many hacks. However, most of them are just slight improvements or graphical changes. For the purpose of this video, I'm only going to be covering the 3 fully complete hacks featured on the site. Also, this is not meant to be in-depth at all, it's just a quick overview of what each hack has to offer. So, with that in mind, let's get started. Our first hack is Final Fantasy IV Unprecedented Crisis. Have you ever wondered what would have happened if Leviathan never actually attacked the ship on the way to Mysidia? What would happen if your party stayed together? If Rydia never got swallowed, Yang was never inflicted with amnesia, and Edward never got injured? What if the ship just made it safely to Baron, with Cecil never stepping foot in Mysidia to become a paladin? Well, those questions are answered here. The first third of the game before the fated ship ride remains largely unchanged. But afterwards, a whole new quest opens up, complete with a new storyline, brand new dungeons to explore, and new side quests to complete. Importantly, you can also choose who you want to bring into your party. If you want to bring Edward to face off with Zeromus, have at it. As such, every character is made useful with new abilities, spells, and stat gains, so everybody is viable in the end game. Next up, we have Final Fantasy IV The Darkness Within. Whereas in Unprecedented Crisis, the major changes to the game happened only after the pivotal ship ride to Mysidia, in this hack, The Darkness Within, changes happen right from the get-go, even during the prologue. Instead of Cecil stealing the Crystal of Water from the Mysidians, he dies at the hands of the Elder, while Palom and Porom are murdered by Baron's soldiers. Cecil then, of course, is sent to hell. I mean, he is a Dark Knight after all. Here the king will allow him to regain his soul and journey to the upper world only after completing some tasks. So essentially, the author of this hack has you completing the underworld dungeons first, then proceeding to climb the Tower of Babel back up to the upper world, ending up in Eblon, meeting Edge, and then working your way back to Fabul and finally going backwards to Baron Castle. It's a quirky, interesting hack. And finally, Final Fantasy IV Ultima. This is easily the most traditional of the 3 hacks that I'll be going over here. Ultima's changes are mostly behind the scenes, with an updated translation, ability to dash, modified equipment screen, and complete rebalancing of the party members with added spells, equipment, and abilities. It's designed to need little to no grinding, which is quite nice if you ask me. However, the endgame does ramp up the difficulty with many added dungeons, side quests, ultimate weapons, and secret bosses found in the endgame. However, it's not just the endgame that has the new content. Sprinkled throughout the early and mid-game, there are some added differences such as extra boss fights, different items and treasure chests, different spells learned at various levels, and interesting map changes here and there. But I would still say that for the first 90% of the game, 90% is the same. Don't get me wrong though, all the retooling and additions do make this an entirely new experience for the veteran player. You're just not really getting a new story like the other 2 hacks. So, there you have it, the 3 major hacks of Final Fantasy IV. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if so, I can do more like it for other games with extensive hacks. And please let me know what you think of the hacks if you have played them. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.